Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. This is Brian Anderson. Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. And a quick look at how the Chicago Bulls schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons. And then Sunday, they'll be playing against Jaren Jackson and the Utah Jazz.
In that game against Portland, they obviously have the upper hand coming into that one, but don't expect a blowout. It could turn into a real battle.
Now the starting group for San Antonio. Barnes plays the 4 with Wemby standing tall in the middle. Fox at the 1 with Castle at the 2. And it's Vassell in at the small forward position. And for the Bulls, Okoro is out there with Buzelis. Then there's Dillingham. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's MP in at the 5 spot. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
And Chicago has possession. The Spurs making their last shot. Pass to Simons. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Here's Fox. Takes a 3. And he can't get that one. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. Coach said they need to stop Fox from dribble driving as he can dismantle a defense if he gets inside. He told me the problem with Fox is he's just so fast. You can't slow him down with just one guy. So coach wants his help defenders alert and within range to help when needed. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Castle. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Here's Dillingham. He's covered by Fox. Here's Simons. Shoots over Vassell. And there's Simons. That one's good. On the assist from Dillingham.
Some guts. Simons finishing with strength.
And Anthony Simons has grown his reputation, but he still flies a little under the radar, Stan.
B.A., he hasn't been in high visibility situations, like an epic playoff game that puts you on everyone's map. But opponents sure fear him and respect him.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Simons finds MP. Okoro on the wing. Now here's Simons. The three. He drops it from range. Simons has got 5 now.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
San Antonio shooting their first free throw of the night. And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all. And with a smooth shot like that, I expect Buzelis to hit a ton of three-pointers during his career.
Three-pointer, Fox. Rebound by the Bulls. And going against San Antonio, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, they had some trouble with this team last year, splitting the season series.
Now here's Barnes. Castle for 3. Buzelis grabs the board.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Pass to Dillingham. And here's Simons. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now. Castle outside. Fox outside. The 3. They grab their own miss. Good work there as it goes. 9 points in the game.
Well, I know we don't want to jinx it, but he's still perfect from the field in this quarter.
Some changes for Chicago. Smith comes in for Okoro, and it's Colin Sexton in for Dillingham. So San Antonio going with almost an entire new group here. Cornette's checked in for Barnes. Champagnie comes in for Vassell. Waters is checked in for Castle. And it's Harper in for De'Aaron Fox. Now here's Simons. He's got 5. Basket counts. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Wembanyama, the pass to Cornette. Here's Champagnie. Drives to the hoop. And the layup falls.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
And so it's Sexton who brings up the ball for Chicago. They trail by 1. Simons outside. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Champagnie.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Inside. Here's Wembanyama. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
Pass to MP. Here's Buzelis. Now here's Simons. Just 5 to shoot. Free throw line jumper. Again, Simons missing.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Harper misses. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Spurs leading by 3. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. Group substitution here for Chicago. MP's checked in for Collins. Okoro comes in for Williams. Simons is checked in for Ivy. And Dillingham subbed in for Sexton. And San Antonio with a change here too. Wembanyama's checked in for Bryant. And so in the game for the Spurs, Harper out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Luke Cornette. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie at the 3. Fox for 3. Smith with the rebound.
Another miss. At some point, they need to tap someone else for a boost offensively.
Well, Stan, one thing the Bulls know they have to improve is their interior defense.
Well, B.A., look, last year the Bulls right at the bottom in opponents' points in the paint. They've got to form a functional wall and keep intruders at bay.
And that's what happens when you let MP get positioning inside.
Spurs trail by 6. Fox deciding where to go with it. To the left side wing. Here's Harper. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Just 3 to shoot. San Antonio again can't hit.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, De'Aaron Fox is trying to dial in as a lockdown defender, and he said, I want to be that type of guy. Go out there, guard people, and be someone that people don't want to put in the action because you blow actions up. And then, at the end of the day, still being able to get to work on offense. Guys, back to you.
You'd love that mentality. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Here's Fox. Chicago making their last shot. And we've got 1:18 left in the second quarter. Smith outside. Okoro on the wing. And here's Dillingham from the arc. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound here tonight. The 3 is up. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Okoro. And the layup is good off the glass. And now a 10-point Chicago lead.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Fox, the pass to Harper. Pass to Wembanyama. To end the drought. Wow, Victor takes it to him inside.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done.
Woo! Bulls leading by 8. Simons deciding where to go with it. Oh, hammer it home. Woo! Nice. Boom, he jams it straight down. And so it's the Chicago Bulls earning this break in the action, up 10, just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. We'll be right back after this word.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
Well, right now for the Bulls, this is the battle we want to see. How do they measure up to a tough opponent?
Yeah, you like to be tested early on. They'll get their wish soon enough.
Now let's talk about that lopsided first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the San Antonio Spurs.
If you're shooting under 30% from 3, try to find another way to score. Man, this is crazy, Shaq.
Yeah, being one-dimensional, they're making it too easy on the defense.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
Yeah, look, even when you put a body on him, he finds ways to extend possessions.
Well, to play great defense, teams have to provide help. But how do you avoid overhelping?
It's a great question, B.A., and it's like anything in the game. Basketball is a game of decisions. I think people look at it and they talk about athletic ability and they talk about skills, which are both important. But the best players and the best teams are the best decision makers, and the same thing goes as to when to help and when to stay home on shooters.
We've got Anthony Simons. What a move! Wembanyama!
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Chicago leading by 8. Pass to Buzelis. Back to Simons. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 ball. San Antonio with a rebound. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks, guys. The Spurs are ecstatic to welcome back their superstar big man, Victor Wembanyama. He actually spent 10 days this summer training with monks in China, and he continues to embrace unorthodox training methods. Guys, perhaps appropriate given his unusual stature.
He's got that curiosity. All right, Shams, thanks for the update.
Whoa! What a dunk by Wembanyama!
It's stolen by Wembanyama. Fox outside. For 3, Vassell. And it's Chicago with a board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Simons. Gets the 3 to fall. Simons got 12 points in the game.
You can't give Simons any room from that corner spot.
Castle outside. Here's Wembanyama. And that's basket number 9 for him. He's 9 for 10.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
And it's Simons missing. Spurs trail by 9. Here's Castle. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Sexton's checked in for Simons. And San Antonio with a change here too. Champagne's checked in. 3-pointer, Buzelis knocks it down from distance. Buzelis has got 5 points in the quarter.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Champagnie. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. 1:51 left in the third quarter. 3-pointer, Buzelis. Another 3 for Chicago.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Spurs trail by 13. Fox outside. Wembanyama against MP. Right side, Wembanyama. Vassell finds Fox over Dillingham. And it's Fox missing.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
What you appreciate about Colin Sexton, he's very team-minded offensively, Coach.
Yeah, he sees the big picture, works hard to make smart plays. Sometimes it's a pass, and other times, Brian, it's finishing the possession.
And Fox has got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. It's a 13-point game. The 3 from Wembanyama. The shot no good. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 8 in the third. Outside Sexton. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third. Pass to Okoro. Sexton against Castle. Puts it up. Sexton misses. Fox on the take. And here's Vassell from the arc. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Vassell's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Puts up a deep 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Chicago earning this break in the action, up 10. What has them in front right now? By and large, they're taking great shots. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist.
Chicago making a switch here. MP's checked in. Wembanyama's checked in for San Antonio. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. So on the floor for the Spurs, Victor Wembanyama is out there with Luke Cornett. Then there's Harper. Then there's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Champagnie at the small forward position. Pass to Ivy. Shot clock at 5. 19-footer. For 3, Smith. He buries it from 3. And the Bulls lead by 14.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
When you watch De'Aaron Fox, is there anything that sticks out to you, Grant?
Well, B.A., this league has the best athletes in the world, and Fox looks like maybe the quickest guy out there on most nights. His change of direction is especially elite.
Well, here's the thing. Not only does Fox have the speed, he can go all night. He will wear you out.
Looking at who's out there now for Chicago. Booz Ellis is checked in for Smith. Okoro comes in for Ivy. And Dillingham subbed in for Sexton. Pass to Simons. The 3 from Okoro. Another 3 for Chicago.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Spurs trail by 14. Now Fox. Wembanyama fires. Oh, Wembanyama hitting from deep.
Since halftime, they've been chucking up more shots from beyond the arc, trying to score in chunks.
MP up top. Okoro outside. Here's Dillingham. Simons. Oh, missed on the tray. Outside Fox. Now Vassell. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Cash from downtown.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
Up top, MP. A minute 15 left in the final quarter. Now Simons. Oh, can't hit the jumper. On the wing, Vassell. Guarded by Okoro. Outside Wembanyama. From 20 feet out. Yes! Locked in on the J.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Wembanyama against MP. Now Simons. Here's MP. MP getting it done inside.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
Fox. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
Showing that clutch gene. Fox just put his head down and got his team what they needed.
Fires the 3. Fox there for the rebound. On offense, here is San Antonio. They're on a 13-5 run. Oh, he misses the deep three. And so they foul intentionally. And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Well, you have to appreciate a high-octane player like Anthony Simons. He runs the floor and just outworks other guys every chance he gets.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. They're down by 8. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
It's going to be tough. They've got to get a quick hoop and then immediately foul.
Now Fox. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Vassell, right side. Outside Wembanyama. He launches. Yes, sir, with the three.
Yeah, you can tell Vassell likes sharing the ball. He's not just looking for his shot.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
And that's an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. 8 seconds left in the game. All right, guys, what's your take?
They just haven't put it all together tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
And he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that'll put him up by 9. And both free throws good for MP.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
All right, let's send it over to the sidelines to Jennifer Quintana.
We're here with MP after a strong win. What did you see that you liked?
Guys were setting solid screens, diving for loose balls, and boxing out. We did a nice job on the boards, too, and that's always going to give you a chance. I feel like a few rebounds slipped away from me there, but, you know, that's something I got to work on. So that's just something I'll get better at and come out better next week.
Looking forward to it, MP. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ryan, back to you.
Okay, Jennifer, thanks a lot. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And in just a moment, we'll hear from our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Oklahoma City, they're playing really well, moving up now to the top spot in our rankings.
And I think for Chicago, they've really come together. You can see the confidence in their body language, playing with that sustained focus. That's why they're leading this division.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. They've got MP, Okoro out there with Buzelis. Then it's Dillingham, and it's Simons in at the shooting guard position. And for Detroit, Holland is out there with Durham. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then it's Thompson, and it's Cunningham in at the point guard position. GA, I've heard coaches talk about slicing the NBA schedule into 10-game increments. Is that something that you recall when you played?
Well, keeping focus on portions of a long season can keep players focused, especially during road trips. Big goals are reached through small steps.
And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Dillingham. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Thompson passes to Holland. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Now, here's Simons. 17 points in his last outing. It's good.
Oh, gritty inside. Simons amongst the big bodies.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. Yeah, it was rough.
Outside, Simons. An easy 2 points on the layup. Simons has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
They get it back. Puts up a 3. Robinson misses.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
A nice shot by Okoro. And it's all knotted up.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
And Duran slams it in.
One thing I really like about Ausar Thompson, he's a team-first guy, always willing to make the extra pass.
Here's Dillingham. Now, Okoro. Outside, Simons. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you, guys. Plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Back to you, Kevin.
Able to dial it in. Okay, Allie, thanks. Here is Robinson. The Bulls getting the bucket. Cunningham outside. Over Dillingham. And Cunningham with the basket on the assist by Robinson.
Effective from the mid-range. For Cunningham, it's about shooting with confidence.
You know, Greg, after struggling with injuries to start his NBA career, Cade Cunningham is figuring it out.
And the former #1 overall pick in 21, last season his first All-Star appearance, and he's only getting started.
And it's Simons missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Let's check out the NBA's top producers from three-point land. Colin Sexton on top. Third is Anthony Simons.
Either of these two guys force defenders to come out well past that three-point line, and that really opens the floor up for their entire offense.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Harris is checked in for Thompson, and it's Green in for Duncan Robinson. The Bulls also changing it up. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Okoro, and it's Colin Sexton in for Dillingham. Here's Sexton, following the basket by Cade Cunningham. Pass to Sexton. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And he is just an explosive athlete. Sexton not at all fazed by the contact.
16 seconds left to play in the first. Cunningham with it. He's coming off a 25-point game against Washington. Beyond the arc. That shot missing. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pistons lead by 2. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Holland, he's checked in for Harris. Asar Thompson comes in for Javonte Green. Robinson's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. MP's checked in for Collins. Okoro comes in for Williams. Simons, he's checked in for Ivy. And Dillingham subbed in for Sexton. We've got Cunningham. Isaiah Stewart out there with Holland. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. Chicago trailing here. Here's Dillingham. Hasn't made one yet. A nice shot by Simons.
Man, lots of confidence on that three from Simons.
Cunningham kicks to Robinson. To the middle. Here's Stewart. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got 3 assists tonight. It's MP top of the key. Pass to Simons. And the slam dunk by Simons.
And that's some serious liftoff from Simons. Wow.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Cunningham finds Thompson. Cunningham right side. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Hits the three-point bomb. Robinson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Smith on the wing. Pass to Okoro. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Simons, the pass to MP. MP gets the job done inside.
This is what the coaches are telling MP. No one can guard you in there. Go eat.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Stewart. Cunningham outside. And a miss there on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Okoro. Smith surveying the D. Shoots over Holland. Smith, no good.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They host the 76ers after this game, and that's the third of 4 straight played at home. Pass to Holland, the tray. And it's MV with the rebound. Smith outside. Now Dillingham. Here's Okoro. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Welcome, everyone, to halftime. The Chicago Bulls find themselves in a good matchup here at the break.
They look great on offense. The ball is flying around. Guys are getting open. It's enjoyable to watch.
Especially for those of us who are brought up playing the game this way.
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
A bunch of road games coming up. This could be a good challenge for them.
Yeah, it could bond these guys together, help team chemistry. Depends on what these guys are made of. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Anfernee Simons getting it done today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Dillingham is out there with Anfernee Simons. Then it's MP. Then it's Buzelis. And it's Okoro in at the small forward position. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. The Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Back to you guys.
More to prove. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Pistons trail by 3. Cunningham looking it over. Outside Robinson. Thompson finds Robinson. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Puts it up. The shot by Thompson, no good. The Bulls leading by 3. Pass to Buzelis. Here's Dillingham. From outside, off the mark.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Outside, Robinson. Down low. Now, here's Cunningham. He's guarded closely. Count it. Good.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Ausar Thompson.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Now here's Simons. 12 points for him. The 3. Thompson with the rebound.
And there's 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
There's the lob to Duren. Up high to stuff the alley-oop. Guys, we're not through 3/4 of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
MP high post. And Simons has it in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Simons has got 14.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Pass to Cunningham. A floater. Good on the bucket.
And smart choice by Cunningham, using the floater to get that one to go.
Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Outside, Simons. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Pulls it up. Again, Simons missing. The Pistons leading. Thompson in the post. He has yet to score.
What I appreciated about Thompson is his recognition. He knows when to force the issue and when to pull back.
The Pistons shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts.
For the Pistons, Holland, he's checked in for Harris, and it's Cunningham in for Jenkins. MP's checked in for Chicago, and Fernie Simons comes in for Sexton. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
JB Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Here's Okoro. Good on the three-point shot.
Yeah, you can see the passing ability at his size. Buzelis is all for getting it to his open teammate.
Robinson is out there with Cunningham. Then there's Holland. Then it's Durant. And it's Thompson in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Here's Cunningham. Beyond the arc. MP rips down the rebound. Bulls trail by 6. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Now, here's Okoro. Takes the 3. He drills the 3.
Nice pass by MP, showing how unselfish he can be.
Durant. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. That one misses.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
To tie it up. Durant pulls it down.
He's got to keep the ball moving. That's just not a good shot with the D set up like it was.
Here's Cunningham. Shoots the 3. And it doesn't go. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter. The 10-foot jumper hits.
This kid, Buzelis, loves these types of situations. He wants to be the guy they go to in the big moments.
And JB Bickerstaff has called a timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Cunningham, left side. good, unable to win this run.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's MP. And that won't go. Missing the go-ahead basket. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Now the Bulls with it. It's a 1-point game. Now Buzelis. Simons knocks down the three.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a 3. But they'll probably try for a 2, but if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
Does not go in. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ausar Thompson. That's his first foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And an intentional foul right there. Drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
We call that putting the game on ice. This one, oh yeah, that's over.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
Now let's send it over to Jennifer Quintana.
I'm here with one of the victors. MP, you were looking for your teammates tonight, and they delivered.
I was trying to let the game come to me. Read the defense, make the right pass, and trust my teammates to make the shots. It's not always simple, but tonight it was for us.
Well, it was great trust out there. Thank you, MP.
Thank you.
Kevin, over to you.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. And that'll do it, folks. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight's presentation. We'll see you next time.
Austin, come here. Stand right here. Remember when you first sold me on this?
Yeah?
You said it would be a tiny little promotion in my locker.
Listen, they loved the first video where you talked about Cognivibe. They just feel like the product needs to be a little more prominent.
Prominent? Austin, how much more prominent can this get? My sneakers can't fit in there.
Dude, you could buy a house to hold all the sneakers with the money you'll make if this product takes off. You just need to play ball.
A house?
A house?
For my sneakers.
For your sneakers?
Man, why didn't you leave with that? Give me this box. Shh, it's a deal, yeah.
All right.
Get out of here.
Okay. Hey,
shoot.
Sleep well.
Cognivibe, there we go.
All right, MP, you're always locked in, but seeing a little something extra tonight. What's going on?
Well, when you're trying to prove that you're the top bucket getter in the NBA, it's not just about winning shootouts. You have to get it done versus the toughest defenders.
Is that who you're facing tonight?
Oh, for sure. This dude is no joke. And playing him for an entire 48 minutes is a workout. I mean, you're going to feel it in your whole body the next day.
That's fair. So how do you prepare for that sort of mental and physical challenge?
Well, the physical part, that's all work in the gym. Mentally, it's about staying focused, and one thing that helps me with my concentration is Cognivibe. When I need a great night's sleep for mental clarity, and that's exactly what Cognivibe delivers, I depend on this product. Can't go wrong with it. Get a Cognivibe.
Coming right up, the Jazz taking on the Bulls. For the Jazz, an extremely bumpy start to the season. Just one win, they're getting surly. Tonight, determined to get a second. Bulls, Jazz, tip-off in just a moment. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You take a look at Utah, it's still very early, but they have a mountain to climb in their conference. And the starting group for Chicago, they've got Josh Giddey. MP is out there with Buzelis. Then there's Isaac Okoro, and it's Simons in at the 2. And for the Jazz, Bailey out there with Keontae George. Then it's Walker Kessler. Then it's Jaren Jackson. And it's Markkanen in at the small forward position. You look at this on paper, and it feels like one-way traffic, Doris. Could this be a trap game?
It sort of has that feeling, B.A. A big underdog going against the big-time favorite. But here's why we play the game. Any given night in this league, anything can happen.
Well, MP has made it clear that scoring is an emphasis for him right now. He's looking to be more assertive offensively.
Well, MP set a rather large goal for himself to outscore everyone on the opposing team. While MP certainly is talented enough to do so, that sure is a lofty goal, and he's been very vocal about it. Now, the media can get all over you when you set goals that big, but he's struggled a bit trying to deliver on that promise. We'll see if he steps up tonight.
And time now to go courtside with Allie LaForce for a report on MP.
Well, I spoke to MP before the game. He told me he was very aware of the defensive challenge in front of him, but feels like these are the types of games that bring out the best in him, saying he's focused on turning in a dominant scoring performance. Guys, he sounded confident.
Well, he's going at him. That's his mentality. Thank you. And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history, Grant.
Yeah, losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
Giddey passes to MP. Back to Giddey. Six on the shot clock. This one for three. The rebound by Jackson. Utah has gone 0 for 2 from outside. To the middle. George passes to Kessler. And he makes it.
We are talking 7 foot, 245 pounds. You better be able to finish it, Mr. Kessler.
Pass to Simons. To the inside. Here's MP. And it's blocked by Kessler. Bailey, the pass to Markkanen. Here's Bailey. It's George on the wing. Giddey defends. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Pass to Buzelis. Okoro outside. Now here's Simons. Fires in the triple. Simons got 6.
And this is why you want Simons on the floor. I mean, he can really stretch it.
Here's Bailey. Markkanen outside. Utah moving the ball around. George for 3. They get it back. It's Jackson, high post. And there's the lob. And the ball out of play. The Bulls will have it. So a moment now to see the story for Keontae George.
And his effective field goal percentage isn't in the best place right now. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't had much shot discipline. He'll be looking to play a lot smarter today.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Jusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kessler. Sensabaugh comes in for Bailey. And it's Collier in for George. Now here's Simons. He's got 6. Rebounded by Nurkic.
Oh, the analytics department is smiling after that one.
Doris, while he's selective about it, Jusuf Nurkic has added a three-pointer to his game.
I think if you're a big in the modern NBA, you understand that your game is always about adapting to what's next. And listen, you have to be selective if you're just adding this element, but Jusuf Nurkic trying to evolve.
Now here's MP. Pass to Buzelis. It's Giddey on the wing. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
That's outstanding footwork by Josh Giddey. Finish in the painted area. I can do that too.
MP right side. Rebounded by Nurkic. Jazz trail by 6. Markkanen with it. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Pass to Sensabaugh. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Simons outside. Lets it go from the wing. Count it. Simons has got 8 points.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
And so it's Chicago, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be back in a moment. And for making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in, and a new group getting ready for Chicago. MP's checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Smith. Okoro is checked in for Williams, and it's Josh Giddey in for Ivy. Chicago leading by 8. We've got Lauri Markkanen. Collier is out there with George. Then it's Jusuf Nurkic. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Okoro, no good.
Boy, not much defensive pressure on that 3, but he still couldn't make it.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Chicago.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
MP, the pass to Sexton. Pass to Buzelis. Back to Sexton. From deep, Giddey. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Jazz trail by 6. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Markkanen outside. Got it. Markkanen's got his first points of the game.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Pass to Okoro. Here's Buzelis. Started by Markkanen. Here's Buzelis. He's got 6. Kicks it out to MP. From behind the arc. Rebounded by the Jazz.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Sensabaugh. And here's Nurkic. Here's Collier. And Nurkic throws it down.
That's just about size right there. Big Nurk, get up and get down.
You got to give Isaiah Collier credit. He's a young player who knows his role, Doris.
One of those guys who's easy to play with because his primary job description is facilitator. Give this young man credit for finding open teammates. That certainly endears you to the veterans.
A 3, Sexton. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's Collier. No points so far. To the wing on the left. Sensabaugh parries it from 3. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Chicago has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock to win the cold spell. Sexton misses. Here's Sensabaugh. Started by Okoro. Sensabaugh, no good. MP scanning the floor. Nice job by MP converting in tight.
Terrific move. He sees the opening and doesn't hesitate.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Chicago ahead, leading by a point. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hello, everybody. No lack of drama tonight. The Utah Jazz might be taking this one all the way down to the wire.
We've talked about it in the past. They have a deep rotation. That allows them to play matchups.
So why aren't they ahead in this game? And I'll tell you why. The starters have to do more.
And now, and I know it's still early in the season, but let's take a moment to talk about the conference standings in the West.
I think for the Jazz, they didn't get the email I sent. Season has started, fellas. They look surprised they're getting whoopings. High hopes does not win games. They got to wake up, get it together. Good news, still time.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You look at Anthony Simons, he's been playing really well.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
On the court for Chicago, Okoro is out there with Buzelis. Then there's Anthony Simons. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's MP in at the 5. Now here's Jackson. He's been an important part of this offense, averaging around 22 points a game.
Yeah, that's how Jackson's most effective, playing aggressive around the basket.
MP up top. He's covered by Kessler. Pass to Okoro. Chicago passing it around. Now Giddey. Shoots over George. And it's Giddey missing.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
And here's Bailey for 3. The rebound by MP. MP's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Simons. Okoro left side. And the ball out of play. The Jazz will have it. Some great defensive players in our freshman class this year. Let's see who is leading in rookie steals. Second, Ace Bailey.
You just love the effort he puts in on defense. Rare to see a rookie who can disrupt offenses like him.
Utah trailing here. George outside. Pass to Jackson. Over Buzelis. And there's Jackson on the assist by George. Jackson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
MP outside. Giddey passes to Simons. From the top of the key, he buries it. That's 10 points now for Anthony Simons.
Yeah, such an assertive shooter. Simons has his feet planted and just hits it.
And George with the jam. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
A 6'8" point guard, Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
Now here's Markkanen. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game.
He can tell how much confidence Walker Kessler has as the roll man, ready to catch and score.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Back to you.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Now here's Simons. 10 points for him. It's Giddey on the wing. George defending. 3-pointer, Buzelis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Giddey's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Bailey. No points yet. Markkanen looking it over. For three, George. Chicago with a rebound. MP's got his 5th rebound in this one. A minute 15 left to play in the 3rd. And stolen by Markkanen. Pass to Jackson. And there's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul of the game for the Jazz. Nurkic is checked in for Kessler, and it's Collier in for Bailey. Colin Sexton's checked in for Chicago. Here's Collier. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Stepping up to secure the board, he just wanted it more.
Pass to Buzelis. Now here's MP. And here's Simons outside. The rebound by Markkanen. For Utah, they've gone 4 of 8 in the 3rd. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jackson can't get it to go. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Down low. Here's MP. Yes, it's good. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Coaches love assisted buckets, boy. It just means the team is working well together.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Chicago ahead. They're up by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter started. Head coach Billy Donovan is mic'd up along the sidelines. Let's check it out.
Keep guarding now. We're doing a much better job defensively. We've eliminated second shots, which is great, okay? Keep that going.
Playing solid D. Markkanen's checked in for Mikhailuk. And the Bulls also making a change. MP's checked in. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. Point blank, he wants better shot selection. He told them, we're settling guys. Come on. We're not being patient out there. We're not working the ball around. That has to change right now.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Count that bucket.
Just finding room to go to work inside. Ivy really relies on his physical abilities to get a close-range shot.
Collier is out there with George. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Jusuf Nurkic. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Utah right now. Bulls leading by 6. Pass to Giddey. MP against George. MP. Ivy outside. Takes the 3. Hits the trifecta. Ivy's got 7 points here in the quarter.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Now Nurkic. Utah moving the ball around. And again, another missed shot. Bulls leading by 9. Outside Giddey. Now Sexton. Now Giddey. Ivy. Clock at 6. Oh, the long ball, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Markkanen fires. He's off from 3.
If you're trying to make a comeback, that is the kind of shot that doesn't help.
Now Ivy. Giddey outside. Now Sexton. Yes, sir! From 13 feet.
Boy, Sexton's speed allows him to get to the cup quite often. That time he settles for the mid-range.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. A different look here for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. Jackson comes in for Sensabaugh, and Bailey subbed in for Collier. Then for Chicago, Ellis is checked in for Smith. Okoro comes in for Ivy, and Simon has subbed in for Sexton. Bailey, no good from 3. Chicago with the ball. They're rolling here, 9 unanswered. Puts up the tray, knocks down the trifecta.
This is something they could really use from Okoro, guys. Has to hit enough threes to help stretch that defense.
George feels it out a bit. Here's Markkanen. Markkanen sticks one from distance.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Beyond the arc. The 3 ball is down.
I think it's great to see that kind of confidence in a young guy like Buzelis.
And here's Markkanen. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 14-point game. 1:11 left in the fourth. Jackson outside. 5 on the clock. Can't hit it.
Oh, tough rebound for the big fella, but that is his job, folks.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Bulls.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
And they earned win number 9. Each win so important in this league.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Josh Giddey.
He was their catalyst tonight, the straw that stirs the proverbial drink.
Here's Jackson. The Bulls making their last shot. Yes, sir! Count it! George against Giddey.
Hey, yo, right here.
So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And now let's go to Jennifer Quintana.
Congratulations on tonight's win, MP. You were looking for your teammates early and often and keeping them involved throughout. Was that the strategy coming in, or did you see something in the game that led to an adjustment?
What? Don't act like you're surprised, Jennifer Quintana. You know I could dime them up, all right? Just depends on how the game's going, you know? If the D is going to give my teammates room to shoot, I'm going to pass it to them. I trust those guys 7 days a week and twice on Sunday.
Well, that's a busy schedule, MP.
Hey.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
BA, over to you.
All right, thanks, Jennifer. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And we'll see you next time.
Look, MP, they love you, okay? They said engagement's been through the roof since you started shouting them out, but now they just, they need a little more.
More? What you mean more?
They need a video of you talking about how you use Cognivibe and how it helps you live your best life as an NBA superstar and a lifestyle influencer and marketing icon. That's it.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
No, Austin, bro. I mean, I wear the thing when I sleep sometimes, and honestly, the crystals hurt my face when I turn over.
Okay.
But I guess it helps when I sleep a little.
That's perfect. All right, just say that. I mean, not the part about the crystals hurting your face. Let's just keep it corporate. But you got it. Come on.
Yeah.
A house for your shoes.
For my shoes.
House
yeah,
for your shoes.
I do. Okay.
There we go. Sleep well.
Uh-huh. Look, being the number one option is not for everyone. Other teams, they're sending their best defenders. They're sending help. They're double teaming you off the ball.
Sounds like a lot to handle.
Man, it's not just physically taxing. It's a mental grind to deal with the constant pressure and the shifting defenses and new looks.
You know what it is, MP, no excuses. So, tell us how you deal with it.
Right. So, one thing that personally helps me is this Cognivibe. I've been wearing this during my naps before games. It boosts my concentration and energy levels so I can deliver in the fourth quarter.
How does Cognivibe help you focus?
Bro, it helps me improve the quality of my rest and speeds up my recovery time, while the crystals aid cognitive function and improve decision-making.
But is it comfortable?
Let's focus on how Cognivibe is the healthiest way to get sleep you need to dominate your game. Check the link in the bio. It really works.
MP.
$5,280 feet. You know what that is. That's the elevation here in the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado. The Bulls taking on the Nuggets. For the Bulls, the stars have aligned, performing better than last season. You can feel the energy and excitement around this club as they continue their upward trend. Nuggets, Bulls, up next. 2K Sports presents the NBA Monday Night Basketball. It's coming right up. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony courtside. On our sidelines tonight, reporting Allie LaForce. And let's see what Denver has coming up. On Wednesday, they'll go up against DeJounte Murray and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
A look at the Bulls starting lineup. You've got Anthony Simons. Okoro out there with Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. Here we go. And it's MP in at the 5, down low. And for Denver, Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. Murray out there with Hardaway. And it's Watson in at the 3. And we've been seeing MP putting a lot of effort into his offense. He's made it his mission to be the guy who carries the bulk of their scoring duties.
He hasn't quite backed up his words yet, but with MP, I imagine that'll only fuel his fire. But don't be surprised if he goes off tonight. You don't want to be the guy defending MP when he's got a point to prove.
Clark, you've been a part of this league for quite some time. What were some of your favorite cities to visit?
Well, it's hard to not include some of the big market cities. L.A., New York, Chicago, Boston, in part because those teams were really good and they also had great fan bases and fun venues to play in.
And it's Giddey in the corner. Pass to Okoro. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. The shot's good from Simons.
And that's a high percentage shot for Simons. He loves that corner 3.
And here's Gordon. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Murray. It's rebounded by Giddey.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. It doesn't take much to get Buzelis up to the rim. He just pops off the floor and is right there.
And this summer, Carmelo Anthony inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. The former 3rd overall pick by Denver back in 2003.
And he played 7.5 seasons with the Nuggets, his longest stretch with any team, representing them 4 times in the All-Star game.
Wide open look here for Murray. Shot to stop the run. In deep. Jokic drops it in.
Savvy, size, length, strength, touch. Jokic a low down on the blocks.
It's MP, top of the key. Back to Giddey. Pass to Okoro. 3-pointer, Simons. Sinks the triple. Simons has got 9.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside Hardaway. Gordon with the screen for Hardaway. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Hardaway Jr. rises and fires with great confidence from there.
Outside Simons. MP kicks to Simons. Pass to Giddey. 5 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Okoro shot is off. The Nuggets trail by 4. Watson for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
This is exactly what an MVP candidate looks like. Jokic can carry the team, yet totally unselfish.
Now here's Giddey. Still scoreless. Pass to Simons. To come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Murray kicks to Gordon. Jokic passes to Gordon. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Chicago's gone 3 of 5 from 3-point land so far in the ballgame. Okoro setting the pick for Giddey. Pass to Simons. For the 3, and again, Chicago, no good. Outside Hardaway. Now Watson, now Jokic, covered by MP. Over MP, goes back up, and they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play. Nuggets making a change here. Swather's checked in, and the Bulls will go for a different look here. MP's checked in for Zach Collins. Buzelis comes in for Smith. Okoro, he's checked in for Patrick Williams. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Jaden Ivey. So for Chicago right now, we've got Buzelis, Colin Sexton is out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's MP. And it's Okoro in at the 3, the small forward. And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge. And he remains a prolific shot creator.
So for Chicago, their last game, a win against the Jazz.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win.
Here's Brown. 3-pointer. And that one's good. Strother's got 5 points in the quarter.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Pass to Okoro. Back to Sexton. Here's Giddey. No scoring in this one over Murray. Giddey, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Murray surveying the D. Here's Jokic. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And now a 3-point Nugget lead. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home. Something that's more important than basketball. Back to you, Kevin.
Some good perspective. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. 59 seconds left in the first half of the game. Murray down low. Giddey defending. Lays it up and banks it in.
Strong finish by Murray. Jamal Murray is simply a bucket. He's a scorer.
To the paint. MP kicks to Okoro. Bulls moving the ball around. Giddey the pass to Sexton. Okoro setting the pick for Sexton. Drills the 3-pointer. Sexton's got the game tied up here for Chicago.
And it's important Sexton makes those. The more he hits from outside, the more the floor will open up.
And here's Johnson outside.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
There's the 3. Giddey, no good. It's all tied in Denver. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
Well, right now for Denver, they're right where I expected them to be. The effort is there, but their play is inconsistent. Feels like they're still constructing this roster. We'll see what they look like by the end of the year.
And fellas, you take a look at the Nuggets. A close game so far through the first half.
They're not showing enough fight defensively. Take some pride in getting some stops. This is when your leader has to step in and say something.
Yeah, tough to beat a team that's shooting double nickels from the field. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. Murray out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Watson in at small forward. That's the group that David Adelman's going out there with to start the second half. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Now Hardaway. Pass to Jokic. A slam by Jokic.
No surprise, Jokic is having a great night. I mean, he is a walking three-level bucket.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Outside, Simons. Out to the right wing. Back to Giddey from the arc. It's hauled in by Watson.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Mark, there's no question Peyton Watson is a player on the rise.
Yeah, and I think his ceiling is pretty high. I mean, he's a high-effort guy, seems to be a high-character guy because he's always ready whenever his number is called, and he produces in short stints of playing time. And the versatility he brings defensively, major value added.
Jokic sets the screen for Murray. It's hauled in by the Bulls. MP's got his 6th rebound on the night. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. The shot from the low post is good. MP's got 4 points now in the quarter. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And let's quickly check in on the season's top rookie rebounders so far. MB third.
And, you know, rebounding was a skill that I thought would translate to the NBA for him. We knew he could board with the best of them, and he has not disappointed.
Yeah, rebounding always transfers and translates to the next level. He's been a bull in the china shop, out working, out hustling guys, and he's really got terrific instincts to the basketball.
Pass to Buzelis from past the arc, and that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 4 assists now tonight. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Outside Hardaway. Outside Gordon. Here's Jokic, covered by MP. Ejected by Boone.
Sharp defensive instincts from MP, showing off his IQ as a defender.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. The Nuggets with another miss. Bulls leading by 5. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. A moment now to check out some numbers for Jamal Murray.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Sexton, he's checked in for Chicago. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Jokic against MP. Jokic, and he can't stop the run as he misses.
A chilly quarter for him offensively, trying to get warmed up.
Outside, Sexton. Outside, Simons. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Simons has got the lead up to 7 now for Chicago. Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. 56 seconds left to play in the third. Out left of the wing. 6 to shoot. Brown's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 7. Sexton, the pass to MP. Sexton with the bounce pass. A nice shot by Simons.
I really like how he's playing tonight, taking good, smart shots, playing his game.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. A different look for... Chicago making a switch here. MP's checked in. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Jokic passes to Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
Clear he's pressing a little bit right now, and that's not going to help.
So for Chicago right now, Josh Giddey is out there with Colin Sexton. Then it's MP. Then it's Jalen Smith. And it's Ivy in at the 3 spot.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
The Nuggets trail by 10. On the wing, Murray. Jokic high post. MP's there. Jokic just takes what he wants inside. Amazing.
Impressive seeing Jokic go off like this. I mean, you can tell his teammates are being energized by what he's doing.
MP finds Giddey. Outside, Sexton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now MP fires the 3. Cleared away by Jones.
Even though he hasn't found his groove tonight, his teammates are picking him up.
Let's a 3. That shot no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The crossover. Here's Smith. Now Ivy. Now MP. Inside. MP gets it.
You can certainly see the potential that MP has working inside the paint like that.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. For the Nuggets, Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Jones. Aiden Watson comes in for Johnson. Hardaway is subbed in for Christian Brown. Chicago also making some changes. Buzelis is checked in for Smith. Okoro comes in for Ivy. And it's Simons in for Sexton. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
And Allie, thanks so much. Giddey will pull it down. The Bulls leading by 10. Oh, what a play inside.
And make no mistake, Giddey is a skilled passer who knows when and where to put the ball.
Murray against Giddey. Jokic got it to go off the glass.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. Now, Okoro. Now Giddey. Lock at 6. Oh, the fierce finish with the double clutch.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Bulls.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better
than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Anfernee Simons.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Now let's go to our sideline reporter, Dominic Hamill.
Every defense needs a fear factor. You blocked a few shots tonight and dissuaded more from being attempted. Do you feel like you play that intimidator role for this team?
I like that word you said, Dom. What was it? Dissuaded?
Yep, that's it.
That's like the opposite of persuade, right? Like persuading them not to shoot.
That's right.
Yeah. Real talk, that's me. I'm going to catch you later, Dom.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dominic, thanks a lot. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. See you next time.
And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready for another hard-fought NBA battle. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, courtside, along with Grant Hill and Tim Legler. Allie LaForce will be joining us in just a moment. And to look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And it feels really early to be already missing players from the lineup. How these teams respond will impact the outcome of this game.
And the starting group for Chicago. Dillingham out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Okoro. Then it's Buzelis. And it's MP in at the 5, down low. And for Portland, Sharp at the 2 with Avdia playing the 3. Robert Williams out there with Toumani Camara. And it's Lillard in at the point guard position. Still in the early stages of the season here. But some people are already talking about MVP and Rookie of the Year, Grant.
You know, I think it's a little early for that. I mean, those decisions are a long way off. But, you know, B.A., I guess it never hurts to take a peek.
Here's Dillingham. Pass to Okoro. Fires the 3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Now here's Lillard. Launches a 3. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. Taking a look at New Orleans, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
When I look at Chicago, they get a big reward for the great work they've been doing as they break into the top 5. And plenty of people think they'll keep rising. There's just a lot of optimism around this team right now.
Dillingham with the bucket.
Well, in addition to his scoring ability, Simons is a capable passer, and I like seeing him get his teammates involved early.
Lillard passes to Williams. Here's Sharp. The kick out to Williams. Out of bounds. It'll be Bulls ball. And you think of players who heat up in a hurry, you got to include Anthony Simons, Tim.
Well, Brian, he's just a bucket getter. He can pull up from any distance and with the elevation to do a little damage inside as well.
Pass to Buzelis. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And it's Simons missing.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Oh, stolen by Lillard. Williams in the post. Guarded by Okoro. Williams' shot is good.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Now here's Simons. Last game for him, he had 14. Okoro on the wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Dillingham. Defended by Lillard. Dillingham with the bucket. Now Avdia. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14.5 a game. Three-pointer Sharp. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. The Bulls have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. There's Simons with a 3. Sinks the tray.
Well, the defense has to be much better chasing Simons off the line, particularly if he's finding room in the corner.
Pass to Sharp. Back to Lillard. Knocks down the triple.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
And the responses often come from the three-point line. That's just today's game.
Now here's MP. There's Simons with a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Simons has got his second bucket of the night.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And Tim, the Blazers front office aggressively seeking wing depth.
Yeah, and in Deni Avdia and Toumani Camara, they've got some ringers. They are still young and tremendously talented. They might be set at the forward spot for a decade.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Well, Damian Lillard talked about what it would mean to his legacy to win a title. He said, "My body of work does speak for itself. I don't think I have to prove it to anybody. It's more for myself, honestly. And I just want to be like, yeah, I've done all these things, but I want a championship too." Brian, back to you.
Chasing that ring. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Now here's Holiday. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Chicago with a rebound. This is the first time they've seen Portland this season.
Yeah, they had some trouble with this team last year, splitting the season series.
Simons passes to MP. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And for a young player like MP, it's all about establishing good habits. Get yourself into a routine. Those will help you have a long career.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Sexton comes in for Dillingham. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Outside Holiday. Avdia from outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open three.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
Holiday passes to Lillard. There's 49 seconds left in the opening quarter. Pass to Williams. And that time also a missed shot.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
Here's MP. No good with a layup.
He got the look he wanted. I think he rushed it a little bit.
Holiday passes to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Outside Sexton. To the paint. Here's MP. Lays it up and banks it in.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Chicago ahead, up by 10. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a... Here's Sharp. He's checked in for Portland. Avdia comes in for Thibault. And a new group getting ready for Chicago. MP's checked in for Collins. Okoro comes in for Williams. Simons is checked in for Ivy. And Dillingham subbed in for Sexton. Sharp at the 2 with Avdia playing the 3. Jeremy Grant out there with Toumani Camara. And it's Holiday in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's Sharp, putting up 23 points per game. He's proved how reliable a threat he is.
Well, if you work the ball inside, it is going to pay dividends.
Bulls leading by 15. And legs the impact of Toumani Camara. A big reason the Blazers have been ahead of schedule.
Yeah, Brian, he is a classic example of a guy who doesn't need the ball to make a big impact on your team. He does all of the little things that help you win.
A coach's dream, making a name for himself now.
Leaves a lot of skin on the floor.
So it's Portland now, following the three-point basket by Chicago. To the middle. Sharp against Simons. And that one's good. Sharp.
And his athleticism is big for Sharp in the post. And he can finish with either hand as well. So he'll get a lot of points down low there in his career.
Now here's MP. There's 1:59 left in the second. And there's Simons. That one's good. On the assist from Dillingham. Simons got 12.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
And here's Grant from the arc. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Yeah, they come right back on the other end. You see the confidence that Grant has in his shooting.
Smith right side. Pass to Okoro. And here's Simons. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Grant, covered by Smith. Grant against Smith. Grant, the pass to Sharp. Back to Grant. Just 4 to shoot. Up and over Smith. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Hey, yo, get on MP.
46 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Dillingham. He's got 5. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Grant. MP, that one's good. He's got 6.
Yeah, that's just youth right there. MP crashing the offensive glass.
Avdia outside to the inside. Kamara, no good.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Dillingham, no good. Outside Sharp. Outside for Grant, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Sharp.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. 2 guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
Anthony Simons has been leading the charge for the Bulls. What a game from deep, making 5 trays. More 2K action in just a moment.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb for the Portland Trail Blazers.
This is the worst kind of basketball. No flow to the offense, just jacking up shots.
So what's with this game plan? I mean, what are they trying to accomplish out there?
If it's getting an earful from the coach, I'd say mission accomplished. All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
And you know, for that matchup with the Heat, they have to be feeling pretty confident. Good teams win the games they're supposed to. We'll find out how good they are.
You can beat a team and still not be a good team. I want to see how they play.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You look at Anthony Simons, he's been playing really well.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
Well, Tim, offensive efficiency has soared in recent seasons. So what has that done to the defensive landscape?
Well, offenses now are always hunting for the weakest link. So individually, even if you can guard your own position, you may end up in a difficult switch where you are at a disadvantage.
Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. We've got Anthony Simons. Isaac Okoro is out there with Buzelis. Then it's MP, and it's Dillingham in at the point.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Now here's Lillard, a top-tier scorer, averaging a little under 25 points a contest. Dillingham with a rebound.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there. Simons got 18 points in the game.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Now here's Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Portland needs to get off a shot here. Here's Williams. That one no good. Oh, great D that time from MP. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Every team in the league is looking for a long, athletic wing defender, and the Portland Trailblazers have been especially keen on stockpiling them. As they look to acquire their future franchise players, they want a ready-made roster full of versatile 3-and-D role players to surround them. Back to you.
A good strategy. Okay, Allie, good stuff.
At this point, they might need to try something different. Ofer to start the half.
You look at the career of Damian Lillard. He's provided some unforgettable moments, Grant.
Oh, yes, he has, B.A. And I remember you were on the call for one of those moments. That unfathomable series-ending buzzer beater he hit against the Thunder. There you go, MP. Hammer it home, young fella.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Back to Sharp. Lillard outside to stop the drought. Chicago with a rebound. MP's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Here's Dillingham. He's got 5. And a peek at the NBA's best at the three-point line. Number 1, Colin Sexton. 3rd is Anthony Simons.
And the way both of these guys open up the floor with their long-range shooting, you just can't afford to give them any airspace from deep.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Grant's checked in. So Chicago going with an almost entire new group here. Smith, he's checked in for Buzelis. Williams comes in for Okoro. Ivy's checked in for Simons. And Sexton subbed in for Dillingham.
Just a highly effective free throw shooter. You cannot afford to give Lillard too many looks from the charity stripe.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. Free throw good, Lillard. The Bulls making a switch here. And both free throws good for Lillard. We've got 1:55 left in the third. Ivy outside. And there's the screen. Puts up a 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Sharp, no good.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Pass to MP. Now here's Ivy. Over Sharp. Baseline jumper right on the money. Ivy's got his first 2 points.
Well, it's not just the move from Ivy. It's the fact that he also was able to get to the rim, and he didn't waste all that handle.
Outside, Williams. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. The rebound by MP. MP's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. Pass to Asenge. Here's Ivy. On the wing, MP. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. MP's got 4 points this quarter.
I just love the ball movement.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Williams with it. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Down low. Ivy outside. From outside the arc. That shot missing. And so it's the Chicago Bulls building a mountain of a lead, up 31 points as this quarter concludes. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back with you shortly. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
He's checked in for Chicago. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting just 24% on this one. Not great. Holiday and Henderson pair up at the 1 and the 2. Avdia's the 3 with Grant at the 4. And it's Camara in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
The Bulls have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Pass to Yabusele. Holiday against Sexton. Ooh, good work defensively by Holiday.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager.
Shots good by Henderson.
Oh, good 3-ball by Henderson. Now, this is the part of his game that he wants to keep developing.
On the wing, Ivy. Smith outside. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Grant. The rebound by Yabusele. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Bulls. MP high post. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Back to Smith. Launches it. Ivy controls the rebound and the putback.
And the hops on Ivy, making him a promising rebounder. We got a taste of it right there.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Avdia outside. There's a screen by Camara. Avdia passes to Holiday. Let's go with a 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Yabusele's got 4 rebounds now. And Legs is someone who has seen some of the great perimeter defenders over the years. Who's the best you've ever seen?
Well, the best defense, Brian, I ever played against were those mid-90s Bulls teams when you had to go up against Jordan and Pippen on either wing. And then more modern-day players like Drew Holiday, even a guy like Tony Allen when he was in Memphis, they stand out to me as well.
First team all-defense, Tony Allen.
Year in, year out, a nightmare to go up against.
Sexton passes to Ivy. Portland grabs the miss.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Bulls.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this will push their total wins for the year up to 11.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Anthony Simons.
Yeah, he was just laser focused in that game. It got to the point where you just knew if he shot it, it was going in.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Yeah, it's too little, too late at this point, but at least they have something to build on going forward.
Here's Ivy. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
What?
Free throw, no good for Ivy.
And how can you not be excited about Ivy's potential? You can tell he wants to keep getting better.
And here is Williams. Now Sexton. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
All right, now let's go courtside to Dominic Hamill.
Thanks, guys. Congratulations on the win, MP. You led by example tonight, finishing with a double-double. Talk about it.
If you watch any level of ball, from Pee Wee to the Olympics to the NBA Finals, you'll see the same things. The best players doing everything. That's the way this game is supposed to be played. Every player is capable of doing everything, and that's me and my squad.
Well, congrats to you, MP.
Always. Thank you.
Back to you, Brian.
All right, thank you, Dominic. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. So long, everyone.
Hi, everyone. We've got a good one for you tonight. It's Game 3 of the NBA Cup for both of these teams. Let's get started. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Chicago. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, the Heat, right now, quite a ways down below.
Seeing where Chicago is, they've been taking no prisoners here in the early part of the season. It's been a very fast start and a lot of focus for this group.
Yeah, and it's to no one's surprise. This is a well-run, well-coached organization. They have a strong culture. They're going to be a tough out for anyone.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, we've got Jaime Jaquez, Tyler Hero out there with Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Gardner in at the 3 slot. And for the Bulls, they've got MP, Okoro out there with Buzelis. Then it's Dillingham, and it's Simons in at the shooting guard position. Jaquez can't hit. And both of these teams, Greg, have a couple games in the NBA Cup under their belts. They've gotten off to pretty good starts.
And I got to believe they both like the position they're in. And tonight will be huge in determining if they can make those knockout games. It's pretty much a must-win.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Yeah, he's so skilled at attacking at a moment's notice. Hero goes straight into his shot.
Pass to Okoro. And Simons has it in the corner. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. That's doubting for Chicago. They won that game against the Trailblazers in Portland. And it's Mitchell missing. Inside. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
It doesn't take much to get Buzelis up to the rim. He just pops off the floor and is right there.
Mitchell passes to Hero. And the 3 off target. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Okoro. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that. Well, look, that's another missed opportunity. 1 for 5 now from the field.
MP against Adebayo. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Dillingham. It's hauled in by Hero. Miami's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Pass to Mitchell. Jaquez outside. Floats it up for Adebayo. That shot is off. Good defense by MP. Over to the left wing. And here is Okoro. In the corner, it's Buzelis. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Dillingham. Misses the 3.
Perfectly played defensively there. He made that a very difficult look.
To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender, all right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
Now, here's Mitchell. Still without a basket. Back to Hero. Shoots the 3. And Okoro pulls it down.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And they double up MP. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Hero with it. And it's Buzelis picking him up. Took him no time at all on that one. Buzelis has got his second basket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Some changes for Chicago. Smith checked in for Okoro, and it's Colin Sexton in for Dillingham. And it's the Heat with the ball. Here's Jakob Jonas. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Pass to Larson. Just 4 to shoot. That doesn't go, and he's 0-1 from the field. And so, MV will bring it up for the Bulls. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year, but overall, two teams that were very similar in the standings.
And Simon shows off that soft touch inside.
Now here's Powell. His last outing, he had 18 points. Fires the three. That shot, no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bulls lead by 3. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Bulls will go for a different look here. MP's checked in for Collins. Okoro comes in for Patrick Williams. Simons, he's checked in for Jaden Ivey. And Dillingham subbed in for Sexton. Heroes checked in for the Heat. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Norman Powell is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Larson in at the 3. Smith scanning the floor. Over Wiggins. Wiggins with the block.
His length gives Wiggins an advantage on the D. He can get his hand to shots that a lot of other players would not be able to impact.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Tyler Hero wants to be the complete package. He said, quote, "I'm not thinking score, score, score. It's more about finding different ways to impact the game, knowing I don't have to force the issue. When I'm taking efficient shots and making the right passes, that makes us a dangerous team." Back to you, Kev.
Yeah, he's finding that balance. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. In the Miami front office, Stan, hinting at personnel and philosophical changes after last season.
Well, when you win 37 games, there's obviously cause for change. And the Heat are never complacent, Kevin, and they've got no interest in full-scale rebuilds.
On offense, here are the Heat. They've got an 8-0 run. Hero on the wing. Adebayo with a screen for Hero. And it's Chicago with the rebound. MP's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Outside, Simons. .130 left now here in the second. Boom. Inside, MP gets it.
A great sign for MP in his career, the ability to convert in traffic.
Right side, Hero. Wiggins outside. Just 5 to shoot over Smith. It's hauled in by MP. MP's got his 8th rebound here tonight. To the left side wing. Smith outside. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Simons, the pass to Boone. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here's Adebayo. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
The Heat shooting their first free throw tonight. Buzelis is checked in for the Bulls. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Miami. Mitchell comes in for Norman Powell. Here's Dillingham. Scoreless thus far. Hero scanning the floor. Pass to Adebayo. Now Hero. Adebayo with the screen on Simons. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Heat out front. They're up by 2. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for joining us. The story through the first half, the Miami Heat in a game so far that's been close.
They have been disruptive and aggressive on the defensive end of the floor. I love the intensity that they played and showed with. I mean, guys, this is how tough defense can be. It's locked in.
Their ability to get stops, that's been the difference. And what better time than now to get caught up on the Rookie of the Year race?
What you really like about these young fellas, they compete. They've arrived with no fear. Can't say that about most rookies.
Still a long season ahead, but so far, yeah, they've been very impressive. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You gotta like what Tyler Hero has done in this one.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, he makes defenses look utterly helpless. It's like pick your poison trying to contain him.
Isaac Okoro out there with Buzelis. Then it's Anthony Simons. Then it's MP. And it's Dillingham in at the 1 spot. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Stan, the basketball term, finish the cut. What happens when you don't do that?
Well, 2 things can happen on that, Kevin. Number 1, when you don't finish the cut, you slow down and you take away a chance of getting a layup off the pass. And then the second thing is it leads to turnovers because of that, because the guy passing the ball is expecting you to continue your cut, to finish it, and you don't, and the ball is thrown out in front and out of bounds in a lot of cases.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Mitchell outside. Loads it up for Adebayo. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, he can do that. Adebayo's an excellent athlete, even by NBA standards.
Bulls trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
MP passes to Simons. Now Dillingham. Shot clock at 6. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And it's Simons missing.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And it's Mitchell missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to Simons. Here's Dillingham. Now MP. Puts it up from 7. He's off on that one.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Mitchell with it. Defended now by Dillingham.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Buzelis. Simon's on the wing. He's covered by Hero. 6 to shoot. Here's Okoro. A three-pointer off the mark. The Heat leading by 6. To the inside. Adebayo.
Well, give him credit offensively. Bam has been fighting hard, really taking it at the defense.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Anfernee Simons. Chicago's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Back to you guys.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Miami with the ball. After the Bulls picking up a basket just moments ago. Hero, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Bucket is good.
Well, he plays both guard positions well. Sexton shows off that court vision.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Powell for 3. It's all in by the Bulls.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Outside, Sexton. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Buzelis, no one around him. Knocks down the three ball. And it's now only a 1-point Heat lead.
And when it comes to the three-point shooting of Buzelis, we know he has the ability, but we need to see consistency.
Sexton against Powell. Kicks it out to Wiggins. It's stolen by Buzelis. 17 seconds left in the third. Outside, Sexton. Dillingham with it. Pass to MP. That one wide left. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Heat lead by 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And the Bulls making a change here. Boone's checked in, and Miami with a change here too. Heroes check in. Bulls trail by 6. On the court for the Heat, we've got Hero. Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Powell. And it's Larson in at the small forward position. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Back to Hero. Powell outside. Adebayo the screen. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
And how about the explosiveness of Simons? Man, can he get up and finish with power?
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Powell against Simon. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, that's only his first turnover of the game, but you know he'd like to have that one back.
Bulls trail by 4. And here's Ivy. Tosses it up. And it's off.
And here we go, guys. This possession could make or break them right here.
Hero. Smith there for the rebound.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Now Simons. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Book it.
Well, those are some big points from Simons, delivering when they needed it.
Hawkins with the screen on Simon. Here's Hero. From outside, and down goes the three.
Well, they're right to trust Hero in these moments. He's a very reliable scoring option.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Chicago making some changes. Buzelis is checked in for Jalen Smith. Okoro comes in for Jaden Ivey. And Dillingham subbed in for Colin Sexton. It's Simons. Jacks up a three. The three goes down.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
1:24 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now Hawkins. Mitchell looking it over. Adebayo. Oh, the dunk.
Yeah, with the game on the line. Adebayo wants the ball, and he delivers.
MP up top. For three. Hero there for the rebound.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
No good there. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Simons. And that one is good.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And Simons no good on that one. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Here's Hero. Puts up the three. Can't get it.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they need everything to break their way at this point if they're going to rally back. A massive make by Simons, proving he can deliver in a crucial moment.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks. Here's Hero. From deep. The long shot, no good. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment.
We can celebrate tonight. You can't bring me down. Got my hands up. Play that song again. Take me higher, higher.
And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Mitchell is out there with Hero. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Gardner in at the three spot. Mitchell, no good from three.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
That's off.
And what a night he's having on the glass. Putting in the work to help his team close out possessions.
Adebayo with a screen on MP. Now Jaquez. Adebayo down low. Covered by Okoro. Lays it in off the window.
And it's been an efficient game for Adebayo. He's done a nice job finding the holes in the defense.
And it misses.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
It's off.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Now Dillingham to take the lead. 3. Good.
A smart pass there, setting up Buzelis in a position to cash in.
It's Hero with the drive, and it misses. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 so far in their 3-point attempts in overtime.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Going to work down low.
Well, everyone views Hero as a shooter, but he is also a terrific finisher.
Just about 2 minutes in now to this overtime period. What a game.
Turning into a sensation in a hurry. Get your tickets to see Simon.
Now, Adebayo. And there's the dunk.
Wow. Adebayo showing some leadership there in a big moment.
Now MP. Dillingham with it. Buries the deep ball.
This kid Buzelis loves these types of situations. He wants to be the guy they go to in the big moments.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Mitchell. And the 3 misses.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Now the Bulls with it. Hero brings the double team. Now here's Okoro. MP with it. Picked up by Hero. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Well, when you watch MP, you can see the burst he has on the floor. Very explosive young player.
And he does get the second one. And that increases their lead to 6. Now a timeout called by Miami. 23 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
They need a quick basket here.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
Mitchell outside. And there's the 3.
A pretty talented distributor. Tyler Hero isn't one to force his own look.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
Misses the 3. And that's an intentional foul. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. Launches it. It misses. And so it's Chicago winning this one. And this is a big win for them in the NBA Cup as they move to 2-1 in the group stage.
And if they can win their final group stage game, it's likely that they're going to advance to the next stage.
Now let's go courtside with Jennifer Quintana.
Thanks, guys. You sometimes hear a player refuse to lose, but tonight you really did, MP. You were all over the glass, crossing the 20-rebound threshold in a dominating performance. Walk us through it.
If you want to be a winner, you got to go where the winning happens. And in our game, that's the boards. I got the bruises to prove it if you don't believe me.
Well, you take care of yourself, MP. Well done.
Man, I got to go take an ice bath.
Kevin, over to you.
Hey, Jen, thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. So long, everyone.